I'm sorry. It's going to be taking me a few days to recover from this.
So I guess 2 out of 2 for
2 out of
us.
2. This is so unexpected. Genuinely didn't see this coming.
Wow, yeah, because I was like, I was like, maybe we'll do like third place or something.
I wasn't expecting anything, to
yeah,
be fair, because
yeah.
I think the quality of some of the presentations that we
Yeah.
had were just so fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even get to hear much from us, but even just the look of the posters.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
I was wondering, how do they judge it? Is it, what if your poster's like okay, but then
Yeah.
your presentation's nice? And I wasn't sure what they based the
base-
judgment on. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at me
sorry,
like, I feel, for me, mostly if I won any prizes before, I've always thought it was more kind of my presentation, but then I was trying to look at the grading criteria. I couldn't figure it out. But I feel maybe what kind of gave us an edge was the co-production element. Like I didn't see many people who had worked with patients.
Oh, I see.
So that was a big thing about our project, was that we involved a lot of users and carers to design the project, and then we got input from foundation trainees themselves
Yes.
to sort of map how the future or the direction of the program would look
okay,
like.
fine.
So basically, we take your input and then we design the program based off that.
Based
input.
off that. I thought that would have been part of most of the work, you know.
You'd think that, but actually, I've been involved in education for a couple of years now, and this was the first program that I've been which actively involved, experience from trainees and to input into like the current program.
Sure.
So I thought it was quite
Yeah,
cool.
no, I was going to ask both of you that, because you're way more experienced now, and this is my first one. I was going to ask you what you think retrospectively worked, because as I said, when we were doing tips and things, the main thing in my head was presentation. Like even, let's say my poster's not the best looking one, but how do I catch their attention and, to make those
Especially
2 minutes
yours was the
worthwhile.
youngest poster there. Like,
Yeah, I know. Oh, I don't want them to know that part. That's second guessing.
I would have put that in my presentation. Like,
humor.
hey, but I don't know. I feel like for both of our kind of like projects, so it's I think even with yours and ours, the patients definitely involving service users, communication skills, simulation.
Yeah.
And I think for you, I feel like it has a few nice things going for it. There was technology with podcasts.
Yeah, I did throw that
And
in there.
I think it looked like, I could just see you from far away, but it looked like you were having an animated conversation. So I was like, okay.
No, it was
She
more pressure
believed
that
in the
how.
cause.
No, it's more like pressure. Like, how do I, maintain eye
yeah.
contact and like your attention in those 2 minutes?
Yeah.
I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, we were saying this, that mental health is it's always a hot topic.
Yeah.
But I think also just even after we'd presented, I think he highlighted communication a lot in like the soft skills. I think that's when my hopes start getting a bit that, actually he's like, the chair seems quite keen on the soft skills and being a genuinely good communicator as a doctor. Like,
Yeah.
And I think spread is also really important through your podcast as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think a big thing that kept getting highlighted today was sustainability and making sure.
yeah.
And when you were presenting, you just started off with sustainability, spread.
The key words.
Yeah, like right before judges
Buzzwords.
approach it. I
No,
was like, okay,
I-
judges always ask about spread, scale.
Did you get that question as well? At the end, I got the how are you moving this forward? That's what you said then.
She
Okay.
started with that. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Oh,
okay,
nice.
so this
Did
guy
you know
started.
that?
I feel like
You gauged like what might matter.
I think especially through this role with QI being such a big thing, a huge thing that the trust is trying to do or implement is sustainability of a lot of projects.
Sure.
Because a lot of the times with QIs that we do, because of the rotational nature of our jobs,
Yeah.
when we implement a QI, it tends to disappear once we disappear from the trust.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah.
So a lot of the work that we do as trainees are actually incredibly good, saves the trust so much money, and it's about maintaining that
that
with the trust. So
okay.
implementing that sustainability is a huge
Yeah,
thing.
so to be fair, when they asked, and I think I did say that I'm already in touch. We've already got
Yeah.
plans. We're already thinking of, I'm going to be in constant touch. Like,
Yeah.
I think that was just the kind of, but I didn't know what more they wanted
Yeah.
to hear. You're always thinking, what more should I
Should
say
I
to
say?
convince
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
So, yeah.
I think I agree with the sustainability part. So like I've done at least 5-6 big QI projects before this. Not as a lead, but always as someone, one of the people there. And then it gets a bit depressing after a while, because not depressing, but you feel, like Sisyphean, where like, okay, we did all this work. So everyone said, wow, amazing, Hassan, you got like, let's say, second prize, first prize at a QI, but then
what?
then what? So I was like, okay, I want to try to do something which is sustainable. There are a few ways to make it sustainable. One thing is that we kind of incorporate that into someone's job structure. At the very least, the plan was, okay, if it completely fails, nothing works out, it doesn't work out, then at least I would publish it. So I would be there. So if someone else tries, at the very least, they would know what doesn't work. The problem with everyone wanting to be innovative or being a leader is that no one wants to follow. And no one wants to kind of, it's cool to be the first, yeah. But then after the novelty wears off, when the maintenance phase creeps in, then
Other people don't have the same kind of buy-in.
The buy-in.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you create something, you have a lot of passion towards it.
That's
Whereas
fair.
If someone were to just pick it up, they might have different interests, different passions, so it's slightly less of a buy-in from them.
Fine. I think that's the thing. I mean, I never really entered all of this thinking I'm going to win something.
Yeah.
I mean, the intent was always, when I chose I need to do a QI, I was like, it has to be something I'm interested in. It has to be something I like, and I really do like this, and I do want it to stay. So I guess they pick up on your underlying intent. It's not
Yes.
something that I was verbally very like, I want to keep this going.
Yeah.
I think just naturally maybe it comes across if
Yeah,
someone is being
passion is authentic.
yeah,
right?
then
Yeah.
I think they pick that up. They pick that up.
And you can only have the energy to do something if you would do it anyway. Like you said, you like talking to people, so that's why like the podcast comes naturally. You like learning, so teaching comes naturally. So then that gives its legs. But then we don't really talk about QI in that kind of way. Like if you keep doing like audits on blood tests for lithium, you're always going to find them boring.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it's always tied in with personal experience.
Yeah.
Anything I do is always tied in with I don't
I
get it
want to do-
myself.
yeah.
I struggle it with myself.
Yeah.
So that's more of a driving force
Yeah.
for keeping it going. So yeah.
What's the? Do you want to show the camera our
So happy.
our certificates? We've
This
got
is crazy.
It's a very fruitful, productive day.
A pinch me moment. A pinch me moment.
CNW Health.
I know. That's why this is great for the trust.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's fine. That we've gotten prizes for this before. Like, I once they were announcing the thing, I thought we'd get like third, maybe. I was like, okay, that's fine. And then second, like, wow, Nikki won.
Oh,
That's
God.
great.
That's great. One for the
Like
team.
someone
One.
from
And then
our
I was
team.
even happy. I was like, oh my God, it's all of us. And
And then they were like, wow, okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty
yeah,
cool.
no, it's very
Job well done
encouraging.
for-
It's I think it's encouraging that I think I started off with the right intention then.
Yes.
So
Yes, exactly.
now
I
it
think you
feels
did.
nice to get
Yeah.
results out of it. So
It
and
shows.
thank you to both of you for
No,
letting me making it
wasn't.
apart. So it wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Arts.